inbounds it to Hamby, and so now that'll be that. So the Indiana Fever come into here after losing 3 of their last 4.
Caitlin Clark furious as corrupt WNBA referees caught cheating Indiana Fever versus LA Sparks.
One common theme in the WNBA is how poorly officiated these games can be. The lack of competence from the people wearing the striped suits. Every time I watch a WNBA game, a thought crosses my mind when it comes to the officials, and that thought is, how much money do you have on this game?
The Indiana Fever pulled off one of their gutsiest wins of the season against the Los Angeles Sparks, but the headlines weren't only about the victory, it was the chaos caused by officiating that nearly stole the show. With seconds left and Indiana clinging to a 76-75 lead, the referees handed Los Angeles multiple extra chances that sparked outrage among fans and players alike. Caitlin Clark, sidelined with injury, was visibly frustrated on the bench, while Sydney Carlson also spoke out after the game, accusing officials of inconsistency and poor judgment.
Man, I'm talking about right at the end of the game, when the nonsense was being called, and cheating was being speculated, right? Everybody was looking like how Caitlin Clark was looking by the end of that game last night with the Indiana Fever and the Los Angeles Sparks. Everybody was looking just like this, man. What in the world was going on?
What should have been a straightforward ending turned into confusion as the referees repeatedly reset the clock, ignored clear contact, and even allowed an inbound play with just 0.1 seconds on the clock, leaving fans wondering how fair the game truly was. Despite the officiating controversies, Indiana's resilience stood out. Aaliyah Boston anchored the paint with crucial defensive stops, Lexi Hull played through visible injuries while embodying toughness, and Odyssey Sims delivered a masterful veteran performance with 21 points, including the clutch baskets that sealed the win.
But we have a deep team that a lot of people, a lot of players on our team could be playing and they're not, and that's a tribute to our depth, certainly, but also sometimes everybody wants to play, right? And I think the selfless nature of this group just can't be overstated, and that's why we're able to be in positions like this that we're able to be in.
Kelsey Mitchell struggled at the line late, but her scoring presence forced defensive adjustments that opened opportunities for teammates. It was the kind of gritty, short-handed performance that showed the Fever's depth and determination to fight through adversity. Social media immediately exploded with anger, accusing the referees of either incompetence or bias, with clips of the 0.1 second inbound spreading rapidly across platforms. Fans echoed Clark's own visible fury, and her reaction quickly became the face of the controversy. Her presence, even off the court, amplified the discussion and forced the league to confront questions about fairness and credibility.
What prop bet did you place prior to suiting up tonight? What's the over-under, and are you concerned with a specific outcome? The officials in the WNBA, yes, they're incompetent, yes, they're trash, but it always seems like there's some shady... They're so bad and so incompetent, it seems like there's shady business taking place behind the scenes. If the WNBA needs to investigate in anything, if somebody needs to investigate in anything regarding the WNBA, it's about how dirty the hands are of the officials.
Carlson's comments further added weight, suggesting players feel unprotected and forced to survive, rather than compete when referees fail to call obvious contact. But while the officiating marred the ending, the Fever's ability to block out the noise may have changed their season's trajectory. Winning without Clark, Sophie Cunningham, and other key contributors, Indiana showed grit that could carry them into the playoffs. With Clark now spotted in practice routines and edging closer to a return, this victory becomes even more meaningful. It proved Indiana can battle through chaos, endure questionable calls, and still come out on top. If Clark rejoins this hardened group before the postseason, the Fever might not just survive, they could shock the league. Fans are left asking, is poor officiating holding the WNBA back, and will change finally come after stars like Clark speak out? One thing is certain, this was more than a win. It was a statement.